Hello friends, welcome back to Saujanyas English class. So far in our classes we have seen how to use a gerund and participles, right, towards verbals, and today in our session we are going to learn about one more verbal, infinitives. So let us start today's session. So this is our topic of the day, infinitives. Infinitives are verbals, in the sense they are derived from verbs. The other two verbals are gerund and participle. And infinitives can function as nouns, adjectives or adverbs in a sentence. The structure of an infinitive is very easy to locate in a sentence, that is 2 plus V1. V1 is nothing but the base form of the verb. Then here, beware, don't take a prepositional phrase that starts with the to as infinitive. There is a subtle difference. You need to understand this. In a prepositional phrase, to is always followed by a noun or a pronoun. Whereas in infinitive, what happens is to is always followed by verb V1. Okay, that is the difference. So whenever we see a prepositional phrase starting with to, we need to look for the next word, whether it's a pronoun or a noun or a verb V1. If it is a noun or a pronoun, it is a prepositional phrase, or if it is a verb V1, it is an infinitive. Let us look at one example of each. I invited him to my house. So here to is a preposition followed by my house. My house is a noun phrase. So here we can easily identify a prepositional phrase starting with to, because it is followed by a noun phrase over here. Okay, and then if you look at infinitive sentence, I invited him to visit my house. It is an infinitive. Why? Because to is followed by verb V1 visit. In this way we can easily identify an infinitive from a prepositional phrase starting with to. As we have seen, an infinitive can act as a noun. A noun can be a subject, an object and a subject complement as well. Okay, let us see its function as a subject. Look at the example. To eat is the only thing on my mind. See, as I have explained you in my gerund lessons, even infinitive also can be replaced by something. If you get the answer, then only it is an infinitive. Okay, let us check. To eat is the only thing on my mind. So for example, let us replace this particular infinitive with something. Something is the only thing on my mind now. Here we get the meaning. So to eat is an infinitive that is acting as a subject in this sentence. In that way we can find out. Here to eat is the subject. Infinitive as a direct object of verb. Okay, let us check. She refused to stay. So here refused is the verb. Refused to do what? To stay. So to stay is the infinitive over here, which is acting as a direct object to the verb refused. Okay, in this way we can trace out. And then infinitive as a subject complement. Subject complement is also called as object of a linking verb be. Okay, do you remember linking verbs? Is, am, are, was, were. Okay, so it acts as an object of a linking verb as well. Okay, let us check with one sentence. My suggestion is to leave. So here the object of the linking verb is to leave. In this way we can say that an infinitive can act as a subject complement. So we have seen the uses: infinitive as a subject, infinitive as a direct object and infinitive as a subject complement. That is nothing but object of a linking verb be. Infinitive as an adjective. Okay, as an adjective, infinitive modifies the noun or pronoun that is present in the sentence. How? Reena has the interest to study. To study is the infinitive that is modifying the noun interest. In the sense, what sort of interest? In that way it acts as the adjective for interest. And then John needs the strength to cope up. What sort of strength does he need? the strength to cope up. In this way, infinitive is modifying the noun strength. Okay, so it is acting as an adjective. Then Lena gave me an interesting book to read. So here to read is the infinitive that is modifying the noun book. Why did she give me that book? To read. Okay. And then she gifted the baby a toy car to ride. So here to ride is our infinitive, which is modifying the noun toy car. Okay, so in this way infinitive is acting as an adjective in all these sentences, modifying the nouns or pronouns that are present in these sentences. Infinitive as an adverb. As an adverb, infinitive can modify the verb in the sentence. Like how? Let us see. The thief jumped over the wall to escape. So to escape is our infinitive, which is modifying the verb jumped over. Why did the thief jump over? It is answering the question, why was the work done? Okay, it is giving a reason. It is acting as an adverb of reason. And then she went on to the stage to sing. To sing is our infinitive, which is modifying the verb went on. Why did she go on to the stage? With an intention to sing. It is also giving a reason. It is acting as an adverb of reason. And then we must work to earn. To earn is our infinitive, which is modifying the verb work. Why should we work? To earn. Okay. And then one must eat to live. Here to live is our infinitive, which is modifying the verb eat. In this way it is acting as an adverb. So as an adverb, infinitive modifies the verb present in the sentence. Some common verbs followed by infinitives are agree, the agreed to come. See, try to replace the infinitive with any ing form here, like a gerund. The agreed coming. It doesn't make sense, right? So agree is followed by infinitive always. And then choose. Here we can take the option of a gerund as well, but it rarely happens. Usually what happens is choose always is followed by an infinitive. I chose to vacate the place. I chose vacating the place is also okay, but most of the people use infinitive after choose. And then decide. John decided to go. John decided going. Sounds wrong, right? So decide is a verb which is followed by an infinitive. Expect. I expect to meet you next month. I expect meeting you next month is also grammatically right, but many people tend to use an infinitive after expect. Hope. She hopes to see me in the office. She hopes seeing me in the office is also okay grammatically, but it means eyeing someone in order to make friendship with them or some kind of. Okay. So seeing changes the meaning over here. She hopes to see me in the office sounds right. Hope is followed by to infinitive. And then like. Reena likes to sing. Here we can comfortably replace the infinitive with a gerund as well. Reena likes singing. There is no problem with that. No change in meaning as well. Need. I need to go to a dentist. See here, I need going to a dentist we don't say. It is wrong. The structure will be wrong. So need is always followed by an infinitive. Plan. This also many people use infinitive. Plan. We are planning to renovate our house. We plan to renovate our house. We plan renovating our house. We are planning renovating our house. See, grammatically it seems that they are right, but many people prefer to use an infinitive after plan. Okay, wherever you see this, you usually see an infinitive following plan. And seem. She seems to be a good girl. She seems being a good girl is wrong. Grammatically it doesn't fit in. So seem is followed by an infinitive. I have prepared this list only for the sake of beginners. so that they'll get an idea about how to use an infinitive in sentences. Okay, there are many words that can be used with two infinitives. You can find them on Google very easily. Okay, so these are the words that are mostly used with infinitives. Okay, let us look at a simple quiz. Identify the infinitive by its function. Inception is the movie to watch. To travel around the world requires a lot of money. She is eager to meet her friends. The doctor advised me to eat healthy. The only thing he wanted at that moment was to live. He promised me to buy an expensive car. And last sentence, she has the ability to succeed. Just go through these sentences. There are no fill in the blanks as such. I have given the infinitives as well over here in these sentences. I just want you to understand the function of infinitive in a sentence. What is it doing in the sentence? If you understand what is it doing in the sentence, then you will never go wrong with its usage. Okay, so all the best, dears. So that is our lesson on infinitives, dear friends. Hope this lesson might have helped you in understanding how to use the infinitives in sentences. Meet you soon with another interesting video. In the meanwhile, stay home, stay safe. Bye for now, guys.